Hey, how we doing, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. This is Living to Learn. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day, out of your busy lives, to listen to what I have to say, to what I have to share, for watching my video. And I want to remind you, if you haven't subscribed already to the channel, please do so. Please leave me a comment, share my videos with anyone you think would benefit from them. Hit that thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments. Again, if you are new to my channel, you're going to find two things in the description of the video. You're going to find my TikTok and Instagram handle at Live to Learn Coaching. You can follow me there for more content. You can also reach out to me directly. If you have any questions, if you want to communicate with me about anything at all, that's the place to do it. TikTok, Instagram, at Live to Learn Coaching. Also in the description of the videos, 3 opportunities to support my channel financially. And a big shout out and a big thank you to those of you who have already started doing so. Really means a lot to me. This is something that I love to do, but it still requires work, it still requires effort, and it still requires me to be consistent, and that financial support really goes a long way. So thank you so much for everyone who has supported me in this way. Now, I want to get started in part 2, and I also want to try to keep it short. Not because I don't have a lot to say. I probably always have a lot to say. But last week, part 1, we talked about taking a step back mentally, right? The theme of this series, the title of the series, when things start to get ugly, right? Things are getting ugly. What do you do? And when I say that, when I talk about things getting ugly, it can be financially, it can be in your work life, it could be in your home life, it could be a combination. Really, what I'm talking about is whenever things just aren't going the direction you'd like them to be going in life. We've all experienced these types of seasons. Some of us may be going through one at the moment. And I want to remind you, and I know it's cliche, and I know it doesn't always make us feel better about things. I know for myself in particular, when I'm going through something really tough, it doesn't take that away. But knowing that going through difficult situations, if anything good, teaches us how to be grateful and how to appreciate the times that aren't as rough, that aren't as ugly. And so I kind of want to tie that in today with what I'm going to talk about in part 2. But part 1, we talked about taking a step back mentally and how we're able to see things a little bit more clear when we do that in our minds. Now, part 2 is going to be about focusing. It's going to be about short-term moves, long-term benefits. And I want to give you a visual. And I'll start by saying something that you're probably familiar with, which is funny because it's so outdated, yet everyone kind of knows it. X marks the spot. X marks the spot. If you grew up and ever watched a pirate movie or any type of cartoon with, old pirates in it, you know about X marks the spot. That supposedly this X on this map is where you need to get to find a buried treasure. I know it's funny, but there's something to this. It's really funny because I think most people who actually study, the past and, history and pirates and who they really were, what they really did, I don't think that X marks the spot was ever a real thing. But it just kind of became like this famous lore, right? And everyone's familiar with it. But I like it as the idea of a focus. And here's what I mean when I talk about short-term moves, long-term benefits. When things are ugly, when things are getting ugly, we take that mental step back. We can see a little bit more clear. Now, just like that X on that map, we need something to go after. We need something to pursue. And I don't mean we need to distract ourselves from the real problem. Absolutely not. But no action, inaction, not doing anything is not going to solve our problems. It's not going to help us. And you'll be surprised, as I've been surprised, that when we start making progress, when we start making short-term moves, when we start taking steps forward, you'll be surprised at where we find ourselves. We, all of a sudden, following that X on the map, long-term benefits. I was just talking about this with my wife earlier, about how right now, present day in my career, in my real job, quote unquote, I'm in a place that I didn't see myself. Go back 4 years. The landscape looks totally different. I'm in a totally different situation than I imagined I would be in. Where I thought I was going, where I thought I was climbing, and what I thought I was going to achieve look completely different than I imagined they would look 4 years ago. But I'm glad that they do. And I've said this before in other videos, and I'm going to say it again here because I think it's relevant. You and I, we want things. We want to accomplish things. We have goals. We are set out to do something beyond our current capacity. And I think that's great. And I love that. And I encourage that. But the doors that are open, the doors that swing open, the opportunities that come, those are just as important as the doors that are shut in our face, as the opportunities that never materialize. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it sucks. No, it's not what we always want. But short-term moves, steps forward, create long-term benefits. So when things get ugly, if they're ugly right now, step back mentally, focus, and start to make short-term moves. Start to take small steps forward. You will be surprised, as I have been surprised, where that will take you. Don't be discouraged. Take action. Doesn't have to be a huge leap. Any step, any movement, any progress forward is valuable. Don't discredit any of it. I hope this helps. I hope you'll share it with someone that you think it would help. Have a great day.